Hello, everybody, and welcome once again back to the Push podcast. And we are here today with a very, very, very special guest, the multi-time world champion. He has established himself all over the world. He is Mexico's greatest export, Alberto El Patron. Thank you so much for joining us today.
No, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you for having me. I'm here in Monterrey, and I'm trying to make this easy thing work, but I'm horrible with technology. But thank you for having me, my brother.
Thank you for joining us, and you're jumping right back into the ring. You have a show coming up on July 31st, correct? Against two other legends of the ring in Andrade El Idolo and Carlos Colon, Carlito Colon, and that's a big. I'm sure everyone all over the world is buzzing for that. But what can we expect from that match?
Well, it's gonna be amazing. You know, for many years I've heard people saying, "Oh, we want to see Andrade versus El Patron in the ring one day. We want to see it. We want to see it. We want to see it." So when I made my comeback, and after doing 4 appearances and packing those buildings and having that amazing response from the people, from the fans, thank you so much to all the fans for all the love and all the support. And also the haters, thank you for your stuff, because it's because the stuff you say, the reason why I'm back on my feet and I'm here right now and doing what I love the most, which is wrestle. After packing the last building, the 4th building, I said to myself, what am I doing? I produce, I'm a promoter, I can do this. I mean, instead of doing it like this and making all the money for someone, I'll make the money for my family, for my kids, and I will do it in a bigger scale. So that's when the Hecho in Mexico All Stars came to my head. Spoke to the right people in Hidalgo, Texas, Pain Arena, and they were like, "Man, let's do this together." Fantastic. Yes. No. Blah blah blah. Okay. Andrade just left WWE. Hey, Andrade, do you want to dance? And he was like, just let me know when, and I'm there. And the rest is history. We're gonna have a fantastic card with superstars who used to be part of the WWE, some of the luchadors from AAA in Mexico, legends, girls. Everything is set and ready. Tickets are on sale already on painarena.com. The ticket sales is going fantastic. But we still have tickets available. So amigos, come and support good products, indie wrestling, and people who is trying, or promoters or wrestlers who are trying to do something different for the industry.
And that's beautiful how you put it, as far as just keeping your hands on the control button and being able to really do more than just the in-ring product, because like you said, and the big elephant in the room is a lot of the allegations and a lot of the negative press that you've gotten over the last couple of years. It's got to be so hard to be able to get yourself out there back into the public eye with so much hate against you. And if you can, how does that affect your training, your booking, your ability to just bring people in and just love the wrestling?
No, it was a nightmare. It was a complete nightmare. People have no idea what it was. Of course, now we are in a different place. Now that the truth started to come to light. Now that everything is different. That I'm able to talk, because this is something that people have no idea. They kept saying why Alberto hasn't said anything, what he hasn't said anything, but people need to understand that we're talking about my freedom. And I have seen so many innocent people going to jail for something that they didn't do. And I have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in my legal defense, and getting that the best lawyer in Texas when it comes to these situations. And having him saying, Alberto, is for your best interest to not say anything. Why? I'm a public figure. And he said, and he's right. Number one, there's nothing you can say right now. They're still going to attack you. You have to wait until you have something to say and prove it. And I'm going to get to another subject pretty soon. Prove it, because that's what that's what social media, internet is these days, and it's so easy for people to destroy someone's life, especially if you're a public figure, if you're a celebrity. They can destroy your life with a blink of an eye. Because I'm no one to say if the system is right or wrong. I just respect the rules. I trust the law in the United States, and especially the great state of Texas, who has been doing an amazing job when it comes to my situation. But to me, and this is just my humble opinion, to have somebody accusing you of something, and then authorities putting those charges against you, and then later doing the investigation, I think is, again, my humble opinion, not disrespecting anyone. I don't think it's fair if you are a public figure, because in the moment that happens, the public, the general perception is you're guilty. So for us, for celebrities, there's no such a thing as you're innocent till we prove you're guilty. For us, is you're guilty till you prove yourself innocent and you show us that you're innocent. Again, I'm no one to say if it's right or wrong. But what I can say is that now we're in a better place. The truth started to come to light. The evidence has been showing that there's nothing, zero, nothing. All that it was a situation between me and my ex-fiance, because that's another thing. They talked about a kidnap, and a lot of people out there doesn't even know that it was not this random person in the street. It was my ex-fiance. How do you kidnap your own ex-fiance who has been living with you for 12 months, over 12 months? Also, the fact that when this happened, everybody put it out there in such a horrible way. But then when my ex-fiance withdrew the charges, spoke to the authorities and told them, hey, excuse me, none of this was real. I lied about it. I hated this man for what he did. I wanted to hurt him. I wanted revenge. And that's what it happened. She even posted a public apology out there, and nobody said anything about it.
People want the dirty details. They don't want the.
They want the dirty details, but it's not fair for someone that has suffered so much like me, like my family. People have no clue about what happened, how difficult it was for my family. My dad ended up in the hospital. He almost died. Literally, he almost died. We had one night, we had one of the doctors coming and saying, brace for the worst. And we almost lost him for this. And yes, you can call me a cheater, because that's what happened. I cheated on my ex-fiance in our own bed, in our own house, 10 days before our wedding. Yes, I made a mistake. Call me a cheater. Call me unfaithful, disgusting man, but I'm no rapist, and I never kidnap anybody. And I say, please, people, understand why you want to continue hurting someone like me, like my family, when the person who accused me of this has already come out and say, I effed it up. I never thought that this thing was going to get this big, and I just wanted to hurt him. And then when I realized what happened after my actions, I wanted to fix it, but the damage was done. And I want to say this. I don't want to say. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard for me, because sometimes I think I should be saying thank you, but how can I say thank you? But I guess I should, because at least she had the cojones to go out there and tell the truth, regardless of whatever it could happen to her with the authorities. Now going after her, she did it. unlike other people who is still out there trying to hurt me, hurt my family with lies. And I'm saying this um, because of the comments of someone that used to be part of my life. Right. And everybody knows who am I talking about.
And it's like you already said, you know, the court of public opinion passes judgment way quicker than the court of law in America and across the world. And, you know, people might not even know this, but like you said the term public figure. Legally, what can be said against me and against Cass as a private individual is illegal sometimes, but against somebody who's a public figure like yourself, because of your status, is technically legal free speech. And I think that's part of what you're talking about, how it's unfair that because you're out there, because you're famous, then you're open to so much more ridicule, whether it's false or true or anywhere in between. And do you feel that regardless of what's true, regardless of what's false, but just because of what's out there, do you find that it's so much harder for you to jump back into other organizations as opposed to taking the reins and doing the booking yourself?
Oh, no, it's definitely. But no, I this is the thing. I will always have the supporters, the real supporters for wrestling. And because of who I know, he was a huge scandal and he was bad for 2-3 days a week, whatever. But then the haters jumped into the next one, and then they're gonna jump into the next one, into the next one. A lot of people, the majority of people, they didn't believe it. Some traitors, of course, they wanted to hurt me, and they're gonna continue to hurt me. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if one day, or when it's going to happen one day, I put everything out there. I know I have been branded for life, and I'm always going to have that 1 or 2 individuals saying nasty things. They need to understand I couldn't say anything, nothing. We're talking about my freedom. My lawyer said it. Don't say anything. Nothing that you say right now will help you to not have people attacking you. Wait till we put it out there. Everything, all those crazy things, those things about me being intoxicated, people, my blood work, my drug test came clean, negative, but there was a rampage out there saying that I was intoxicated just because in the picture I look horrible. Please, people, how you want me to? Do you want me to be doing this after I got arrested and found out that the woman I was about to marry accused me of through those lies out there to hurt me? Come on. Plus, I was there for like, I don't even know how many hours. Of course, I was angry. Of course, I was sad. I didn't know what was going on, and of course, I was scared for my children
and probably for yourself, because it's a scary situation in general. Not to mention, I mean, I look bad in every picture, so I can't even imagine when having to deal with that in any picture.
Yeah, I relate to that.
Well, but listen, I don't know about that, but you know, I started doing the shows, and I want to be honest with you, I was not planning on making a comeback. I was scared. I was scared of going to a wrestling show and having somebody calling me rapist, calling me whatever, and I didn't want to do it. But then it was just destiny, and I know that was my phrase when I was in WWE. But for real, it was destiny. They wrestlers from Mexico couldn't make it for a show in McAllen, and my compadre, now business partner in Robles Patron Promotions, said, "Please save me, man. Like, I have a show in 2 days, and they're not gonna be able to get into America." And I was like, no, man. And then my little daughter, who is from my 3 kids, she's the only one that loves wrestling. The other 2, they don't like wrestling. Yeah. They hate wrestling. But
well, they probably see, you know, all the negativity that gets thrown at their dad. It's understandable.
No. They have never seen wrestling, because some people know this, some others don't. When I go home, I don't watch the product. I never have, and I never will. Every time I go home to be daddy and taking care of my kids. But because I have never want to have my kids continue the tradition of wrestling in the family. That's why I don't show them the product. because I became a wrestler because I read and ate wrestling my entire life since I was a little boy. But Sophie heard me on the phone and she said, Lucha, are you gonna wrestle, Daddy? Sunday is my birthday. That's what I want for my birthday. I was like, okay. So I told Fernando, yes, okay, I'll do it. But man, please, I just, if you hear one, crazy one, please take care of it. And it's like, don't worry, we'll take care of it. But man, I got to the venue. The place was packed, insanely packed, 300 people out there still trying to get a ticket, but there was no more tickets. And nobody said anything, because the real fans, the true fans, they know who you are, and they just wanted to see me. And I've been saying this, maybe it doesn't apply to everybody, but the keyboard warriors, the haters, those are the ones never buying the product, never buying a ticket to go to the arena, never buying our t-shirts.
Never even putting their name on the tweets that they're putting out there in the first place.
There you go, my friend. Yeah. So and yes, it was difficult for me. Nobody wanted to do business with me. Nobody. But after I did my first interview and they checked the facts, that indeed my ex-fiance apologized and withdraw charges and told them the truth, they called me. The networks in Mexico, hey, I'm going to be producing the second season of Nación Lucha Libre pretty soon, because that opened the door. And people, I promise you that eventually I will put everything out there. I didn't do it. I haven't talked. I cannot give you more details because, as my lawyer said, you have a big fan base. And if that fan base goes crazy against the system, the cops, the government, the law in Texas, that could affect you. They could take this personal, and you don't want that. So it's for your best interest to remain quiet. That's why I didn't say anything. Went away, protect my family, put them inside the bubble, to not let the world hurt them. We have to change from our dream house because of the neighbors. I changed them from school. I had nasty comments of people saying we're gonna rape your kids, stupid things like that. That is not fair. This was just her word against mine. Someone accusing you of something that you didn't do, no different than what happened, that's something that could happen to you in your school, in your job. The only horrible difference is in this situation, if they prove you guilty, you go to jail. But the evidence will be out there pretty soon. And yes, I made a mistake. Yes, call me cheater if you want to. If you see me in the street, call me cheater. But I'm no rapist. I never did any of that.
And a grown adult owns up to what their portion of responsibility for things that are wrong. And the hardest thing is, like you said, just sitting on your hands and waiting for everything to come out. Because even though you want to say these things, you want to take these people and say, this is the truth. Yeah. It only hurts you, because anything you say when things are pending, it's all basic discovery. And it's, when all these people are looking at you, just waiting for a reason to chop you down. But I'm so glad to see that you're back in the ring. Cass is so glad. And we mentioned the match that you have coming up next month, but you also have an appearance at the end of August in another show, correct?
It's in Vegas, I think, right?
Las Vegas. We're going to be running Las Vegas once a month. We have San Antonio in September, Dallas in October with Robles Patron Promotions. We have 5-6 different shows in Mexico. This is the thing. Seriously, I know it was bad, but people, they want to see me, and they want to see me. They want to see Andrade. They want to see all the performers that are out there wanting to do something different, and promotions wanting to offer to the wrestling fans something different. Sure. And that's why me thinking, because people, I spent so much money in my legal fees, investigations, cost of living, and everything, that you have to be smart. And yes, I did fantastic with WWE and all the other companies. But if you don't see the car moving, you have to push it. You know,
Exactly.
I have three little babies, and it wasn't moving. It was a thing of destiny. Doing my first show, then the second, the third one, the fourth one, and I'm a businessman. I'm not just a wrestler. I have a college degree. I'm a smart man. I have been running companies, MMA companies, and pro wrestling companies. I know how to do it. So why would I make a promoter get all the cake when I can get all the cake and share it
Sure.
with the wrestlers in the right and a fair way?
I know we're short on time, and your last response just opened up so many questions that I want to ask you. I want to ask you about your degree in architecture, and I want to talk about that. I want to talk about the fact that you have a very extensive background in combat sports and MMA, and we've seen, even in the past year, a lot more non-traditional combat sport athletes, non-traditional boxers getting into that field for exhibitions, for big money pay-per-views. And I would love to know if that's something that you have on your horizon. If anybody comes knocking, I would love to know if WWE or Impact or Ring of Honor or AEW come knocking, would you be willing to go back to those corporations, or are you just so set on just doing it your way at this point in your career?
No. I'm gonna do it my way because I have to produce a TV show in Mexico, and I have my own promotions in the States. But no, as you said it, as you both amigos said it, the last 3 years, right after my divorce, my life was not what it was before I got divorced, where there was zero scandals, zero nothing, and I'm tired. I don't want to be remembered as that guy. I want to be remembered as the real Alberto, who I am, a fantastic performer, a hardworking man, a loving father who, yes, he made some mistakes after he got divorced. He dated the wrong person, the wrong person after he got divorced. And then everything started there. And I talked about that situation yesterday several times. I hope everything stays there, and I'm going to continue doing what I did for almost 2 years. I'm not even going to mention them, and I hope they do the same. But as I said it yesterday, enough is enough. Now there's no confidential agreement. Now you cannot come and take that $1 million from me. You mess with me, I'm gonna fight back. I'm a mama tiger protecting his tigers right now, and I just want to be left alone, and I want to continue doing what I love. I would love to go back to one of the major companies, of course, because I would love to have, like, my last years having people saying, yes, that's the Alberto we know. Yes, he's human. He got depressed after his divorce, and he made some mistakes. Some people, two bad people, try to bring him down, but he came from the ashes and proved that all of that was a complete lie, because that's the way the world is. There's good people and bad people, good men and bad men, good woman and bad woman. So I would love to do that, but I know I have to show them. I know the industry, I know the entertainment business. I need to show them. About fighting, no, I'm not fighting again. I did it that last time against Tito Ortiz because I was working for that company, and I wanted to put that company up there. And I knew that by fighting, me going back into the MMA world will bring sponsors, will bring investors. And it happened. Unfortunately, COVID came and kicked our asses.
Yeah.
Destroyed our asses, and we couldn't continue doing business. And then that company used the scandal to not pay me some part of the fighting money. I'm fighting that money. I had to go and seek for legal help in New York to get the money that is mine, because I don't steal money. I'm not trying to get something that I didn't earn. So I have no intentions of fighting again. This is what I love. Yeah. Pro wrestling is my passion. So much that just a month or 2 months ago, I went to an arena wearing a cibernetico mask to not be recognized, to see El Santo, el Hijo del Santo, wrestle. Because it doesn't matter that I was this multiple champion, I still get the chills when I see my idols. Look, I'm getting them again. When I see my idols doing their stuff, Red Hart, my dad, Hijo del Santo, I'm a fan. This is what I love. I became an MMA fighter because I was hungry. I was doing $40 per match in Mexico and I needed money. That's why I got into the MMA world. But my love, the love of my life, and I'm going to be married to it for the rest of my life is Lucha Libre Pro Wrestling.
And you talk about MMA as something that you got into because you needed the money. But, I mean, you grew up in a pedigree. You wrestled on the Greco-Roman national team. If not for Mexico choosing not to take a team to the 2000 Olympics, you probably would have been an Olympic athlete. Yeah. So, I mean, that's something that has always been in your background. I got to ask, if WWE were to come back and ask you, because you're a legitimate Hall of Famer, and there's a lot of different legitimate Hall of Fames, but if they offered you an invitation for the Hall of Fame, would you happily accept that?
Oh, that's my dream. I remember when this horrible thing happened last year, my ex-fiance reached out to me the day after I got arrested, picked up the phone. It was from a different number. And she said some stuff that I can reveal right now, but over there, I said, you have taken everything away from me. You have destroyed my life just because you were angry. We could have done something different, but especially you took away from me my dream after so many years of busting my trasero in shitty rings, shitty arenas, then amazing arenas, amazing rings, 20 years of career. You have taken away from me my Hall of Fame spot. I said it. I promised that I said it. I said that to her. And then whatever, and it was the end of that phone call. That's my dream, I think I have done enough. I understand. I understand this business. I was born in this business. I know they're in a difficult situation right now because of the scandals and the stuff that happened or has happened. But I hope one day someone opens his eyes and say, hey, you know what? Yeah, they screwed him. That other girl and the ex-fiance, they screwed him. He made a lot of mistakes, but not those mistakes. So let's give him a chance. We'll see. And if that doesn't happen again, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to continue producing wrestling. I need to continue putting bread on my kids' tables. I promised them a fantastic life. I have been giving them a fantastic life, and I'm gonna continue doing that. It doesn't matter if I have to do whatever. If I have to go and work at a Walmart, at a car wash place, it doesn't matter. I have 3 children that need me, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes. I have no ego. All my mission in life is to provide them, and I'm gonna continue doing it.
That's beautiful. We're getting the wrap up sign now, but Alberto El Patron, thank you so much for taking the time to sit with us and tell us your story. God bless you in the path that you're on right now. You are a legitimate Hall of Famer, and hopefully it's just a matter of time before the rest of the world acknowledges as such. Good luck in your upcoming matches. Again, July 31st, the Hecho de Hermano, correct?
What was that? Sorry.
What's the name of the
Hecho in Mexico? Hecho in Mexico will take over. Yes.
And then
July 31st, McAllen, Texas, and then Las Vegas. And I want to see you all in either one of those shows.
Sounds good. We'll be watching and following along. But God bless you on your journey, and thank you again so much.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Thank you again, man.
See you again soon. Thank you
very much. We appreciate it.